I tested 11 AAA games on the Steam Deck. Here is my Steam Deck setup for all the tests. Let's get started with the test now. The first game I have tested is Sekiro Shadow Die Twice. It rides pretty smoothly on the deck at low graphics settings. Most time it remains at 40 to 60 FPS. I really enjoy playing this game on Steam Deck. Not only because I can play this game with good FPS numbers, but also because I believe Steam Deck was born specifically for Soul-type games. Whenever I have a free time slot, I can pick up my Steam Deck and beat a couple of enemies or get defeated by the boss. Playing this game on the Steam Deck is definitely recommended. Here is my graphic settings for the game. The next one is Destiny 2. It runs pretty well, which totally blows my mind. With low graphic setting, the game plays above 60 FPS. Actually, most time it is between 70 to 80 FPS. I tried it with medium graphics setting, we can still hit average 45 to 60 FPS. But to be honest, it is hard to identify the visual improvement between the low and medium graphics on a 7-inch screen. I really enjoy playing Destiny 2 with steady 60 FPS without any lag and stutters on the Steam Deck. The game control experience is excellent too. I was playing most of my shooting games with mouse and keyboard on a PC before, but now with Steam Deck, it totally changed my gaming habits. I think playing shooting game like Destiny 2 on Steam Deck is flawless. If you are a Destiny 2 lover, playing this game on the Steam Deck wherever you go is absolutely enjoyable. The next game is Horizon Zero Dawn. It performs very well on the Steam Deck. This is one of most stunning Sims games that can be played on the Steam Deck. Also, this is the game that I replayed on the Steam Deck, despite having previously discovered on my PS4. But I just can't resist to the beautiful scenes and perfect music on the handheld. If the FSR was turned on, we can hit almost 60 FPS consistently. Even without FSR, we can play this game natively with 800p at 35 to 45 FPS. In my opinion, this is one of the must-play AAA titles on the Steam Deck, just for the sake of the music and the stunning graphics. This is the Street Fighter V. The Street Fighter has been one of my favorite games since I was a child. I believe Street Fighter is a perfect game to play on the Steam Deck, because it does not require you to play for a long period of time to finish a battle. You can just take out your Steam Deck and play for 5 minutes and you are done with the game. Even it's a very busy day for me, I can still manage to play this game for 5 to 10 minutes. So that's why I always have Street Fighter on my Steam Deck. The Street Fighter performs really well on the Steam Deck. The fighting action is pretty smooth with medium graphics setting. It stays at 60 FPS all day long. The only complaint that I have is the cross button is kind of too close to the left side joystick on the Steam Deck. So sometimes my finger will just hit on the left side joystick. But this is just my personal issue. The next game is Fortnite. I really had a hard time to make this game playable on the Steam Deck at the beginning. I started with DirectX 12 and low graphics setting. I got really good FPS on the game, but it was not steady. It dropped to 10 FPS suddenly, which made the game unplayable. Then I switched to DirectX 11 with the same low graphic settings. The game only can run at 25 to 40 FPS. Eventually, I put the game into the performance mode. I can now play Fortnite at constant 60 to 120 FPS, and it never dropped below 60 FPS at the performance mode. I think it is really cool to play Fortnite on a handheld with a constant 60 FPS. This is Resident Evil 3. One of my favorite gaming series has always been Resident Evil, but Resident Evil 3 and 4 are my best picks. Resident Evil 3 will only be tested on the Steam Deck today, because I have played Resident Evil 4 on my Neo Air, which is a less powerful machine than the Steam Deck, and it consistently runs at 50 to 60 FPS, so I am confident that the Steam Deck will beat those FPS numbers. Resident Evil 3 runs extremely well on the Steam Deck, averaging 55 to 60 FPS. My graphics were set at medium. With the great built-in speaker on the Steam Deck, playing Resident Evil 3 on the Steam Deck is really enjoyable. especially if you are playing alone in the bed at night. The next game is Overwatch 2. I am so shocked at how amazing the performance of Overwatch 2 on Steam Deck is. Before I started Overwatch 2 on Steam Deck, I thought if it could hit a consistent 40 FPS, I would be happy with that. So initially I started the game with low graphics settings. The FPS was steady at 60. Then I switched to the media graphics setting. And to my surprise, the FPS still remained at a steady 60 FPS. The game already looked so good on Steam Deck at media graphics setting. Even with ultra graphics setting, I was still able to play at 30 FPS. But I think the media graphics setting is a sweet spot so we can play Overwatch 2 all day long at 60 FPS on the Steam Deck. I just love to play this game on the Steam Deck, and it is absolutely amazing. The next one is the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. This is a 3 years old game, but man, I think this is one of the hardest games to run on a handheld. I previously tried this game on my Ionio Air. The performance is pretty bad. I only get around 20 to 25 FPS, so basically it's unplayable. Also, I tested with the more powerful Ionio Next, which has AMD 5825U chip, but it was still really hard to hit a steady 30 FPS. With the Steam Deck, this game typically runs at 30 to 45 FPS with low graphics setting. We can at least play this game on the Steam Deck. I would not say it is perfect, but at least it is playable. Even with low graphics on Steam Deck, the image does not look that bad at all. The next game is Call of Duty Warzone 2. This game was released on November 16th and is completely free to play. I really enjoyed the intense battlefield and the accuracy of aiming in this game. It runs at 40 to 60 FPS on the Steam Deck with the recommended game setting. I think this is definitely playable on the Steam Deck. I experienced some lags and freezing during gameplay, but I believe this is caused by the game bugs since this is a relatively new game at this moment. The Steam Deck can handle this game without any problems. The freezing problems will be fixed in the upcoming game patch. This is one of the best modern war shooting game can be played on the Steam Deck. Gears of War 5 is one of my favorite shooting games. Even before the Steam Deck was released, I had played this game on a Windows handheld with AMD 4500U chip. That Windows handheld can only run this game at average 45 FPS at low graphics setting. Now with our Steam Deck, we can play this game with a steady 60 FPS at a media graphics setting, and this is totally amazing. I think the most enjoyable way to play Gears 5 is co-op. So if we dock the Steam Deck and output to a television, this game will be perfectly fine to play on a TV with the Steam Deck. Also, this game will run at 60 FPS all day long on the Steam Deck. If you are a fan of Gears, playing this game with your Steam Deck is a must. The next game is Hitman 2. I am not sure how many of you guys enjoyed this game, but I really enjoyed playing this game on my PC back when it was released in 2018. I like the open-minded approach to completing a mission. There are so many possible interactions at pass to get a mission done. That's the fun fact of this game. So I just can't wait to test this game on the Steam Deck. The result is surprisingly good. This game can be played at media graphics setting with a constant frame rate of 45 to 60, and the graphics look stunning on this 7-inch screen. This is definitely playable on the Steam Deck. Now I can carry Hitman 2 anywhere I go and complete a mission whenever I have a free time. That's all the game test with this video. As always, stay tuned with the channel. I have more Steam Deck video coming up soon. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below if you have any question. Thanks for watching.